Hello, everybody. Just gonna wait and see who shows up. Let's have a chat. I'm running on 3 different platforms. I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on Facebook. And I am also live on Twitter. Are we there? Is anybody there? Hello, Horizon Phoenix. How are you? Are you here to hang out with me and talk about Summer and Gabby and where the hell is Brian? We're just going to wait around and see if anybody shows up. I am running on 3 different platforms, so I'm not too sure if it's going to take a few minutes. But what's your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on the Summer Wells case? Do you have any thoughts of where she is? Oh, really? And what's your doll's name? Hi, Jules. How are you? How are you doing? Gally. Well, hello, Gally. I'm glad you're here. So I have a lot of haunted dolls as well. Corbin is one of my favorites. He's not big on watching TV with me or shows or anything like that. I'm good, Jules. I'm good. I've just been, keeping up to date with all this drama, on YouTube with Gabby and with Summer Wells and where the hell is Brian? Looks like Dog might have tracked him down a little bit closer. Anyways, where do y'all think Summer is? Thank you. Yes, Corbin. Corbin's my buddy. Telling you. I wouldn't know what to do without the little guy. I really wouldn't know what to do. So I'm starting to believe that maybe the parents really did have something to do with Summer Wells. It's really sad. And all the extra drama with her father. It's out of control. I have no clue. Just wish I knew where she was. I've been following the case since the beginning. Have you guys been watching the case? Let me check my other chats. What's going on? Huh. Says I'm offline. Why am I offline? Ah! Am I still online? Am I still here? Am I still streaming? Can y'all let me know? I have this feeling I've disappeared. I'm using a new streaming app on my computer. Not too sure how it's working out. I'm still there. Okay, good. Thanks. Yes, it says that I'm offline. I don't believe I'm online on Twitter or Facebook, though. I don't think so. I really don't. Trying to find a way to. I'm just gonna get on all of them. Any thoughts on Summer Wells? Any thoughts on Gabby's case? Jules, Rising. Yes, thank you, Jason. Thank you. I know. I know. Streaming app. I turned the camera off. Thank you. Welcome, Jason. Do you have any thoughts on the Summer Wells case or the Gabby case or where the hell is Brian? It's open chat. Say what you feel. Anyone have any thoughts? One second, guys. I'm signing in the Facebook Live so that can be live on Facebook as well. I think Brian's parents are hiding something too. I think they're hiding him. Latest update that I've gotten is Dog the Bounty Hunter, as you know, is looking for Brian now. And I found records that show that he was staying at the campground from the 6th to the 8th. His mother signed the records, to sign in for the campsite. And it was said that 3 people came in, 2 people left. I believe they do know where he is, Jason. I believe that they left him in that campground. They gave him a bunch of money. His parents are worth a lot. They're worth, from what I've learned, they've been worth over $5 million for their juicing company that they own. I guess they sell juicers all over the world. So that's all I know. I think they gave him some money. I think they're hiding him. I think they know exactly what he did to Gabby. I find it quite crazy. I mean, I get that, I get that you would help your children, to a point. But, I mean, I think, when they figure out that they were involved, I think they're going to have charges on them too. And Jules, you're not dumb. Summer Wells is a little 5-year-old girl that disappeared from her home, in the basement of her home on June 15th in Tennessee. She was never found. Her parents have lost their other 3 children because of Child Protective Service. They're bad parents. Their house is disgusting. To find out the father molested his stepsisters and a friend of the stepsisters. There's a bunch of drama with him as it is. But there's, they've never proven, but they believe, I believe that they know where their daughter is. The mother supposedly sent her in the house with her brothers, and she went in the basement to play, and she just disappeared. The parents are drunks. They're on drugs. It's a big mess. You can YouTube it, Jules, or Google it. Just Google Summer Wells, and the stories that will come up on Summer Wells, either YouTube or Google, either one. Um, but it's just a little girl, and they've been searching for her since June. Um, it's just really sad. It's just really sad. Any have you heard of the Gabby case, Jules? I bet you have. I mean, maybe not. So where do you all think Brian is? You think he's in that campground? Because we know they wasted like what, a week of their life in the reservoir there. Because well, he was never there. I think the parents should just be charged for that, anyways. Don't you? I mean, they had a lot to do with it. No matter what you say, they had a lot to do with it. I'm also streaming on Facebook. So, hello, Amethyst Raven. How are you? Do you have any thoughts or opinions on where Summer Wells is, or um, the Gabby case? Where the hell is Brian? Do you think he's in the campground that Dog the Bounty Hunter found? Hi, Kelly. How are you? You're right, Phoenix. I wonder if the spirits know. Unfortunately, they won't let any kind of mediums or anything work the case at this time that I'm aware of. Um, it is the FBI though, so I mean they probably have their own little investigative mediums, maybe. Um, but I bet you if somebody could just, talk to Gabby, maybe Gabby could tell us something. Really honestly, to be serious about it. Hey Kelly, do you have any thoughts on the Summer Wells case, or where the hell is Brian? Anything of that nature? By the way, my Facebook friends, I am streaming on YouTube also, so you may not see all the comments that I'm seeing. Just in case you wonder where I'm reading from, because I sound silly. And vice versa, my YouTube guys. So, do you think the parents are going to be charged? Do you think they're responsible for hiding him? Phoenix, do you think that they'll be charged as well by the FBI? Or Jason? Anybody? Nobody wants to talk. Is my internet slow? Is that what it is? I just can't see what the hell is going on my stream. Huh. I wouldn't doubt it. I pay for the most expensive Wi-Fi, and I get the worst Wi-Fi. I swear I do. Kelly, are you still here? Are you still on the stream? They better be, since they aren't helping search for Brian. They aren't helping search for anybody. It is funny, though, how they seem to not give a shit about Gabby being missing because, well, obviously they knew she was already deceased and they knew what Brian did to her. You know what I mean? Like, to me, they're just as guilty as he is. Isn't that what's that called? Accomplices, aiding and abetting, absolutely horrifying. I mean, like, really, like, why would you do this? And then just to hide and pretend like you're just, I hope they bring up charges on them. I really do. Really do. I mean, it's quite obvious that they are guilty of something. They are. I believe Brian's still alive. I really don't believe he's dead. I believe he's too much of a coward to kill himself. I did it first when they first reported him missing. I honestly believed he did kill himself. I did. And then I started like really watching how they were searching and all that. And I'm like, he's not even in there. There's no way he's in there. He'd be dead. And even if he was in there and he killed himself, an alligator would have ate him by now. I mean, you've seen that terrain. Are you serious? I was hoping he came back to New York, where I am, because I'll hunt his ass down. I'm not afraid of him. But they're going to catch him. I think I'm going to say by the weekend. By Saturday, they will have him in custody. What do y'all think? Dog the Bounty Hunter really wants that money. There's like $125,000 bounty over his head. Dog wants that money. That's good for his show. Everybody knows that. Anybody else have a different opinion? Like any other kind of opinion? All opinions are allowed. I'm just coming on because, well, maybe some people would like to talk about it instead of hearing all the, the other YouTube places. When you don't agree with what they say, they kick you out, they block you from their channels. And I don't want to be that channel. I want to be the channel that all opinions, I mean, victim shaming is not allowed, of course, but everybody has a right to their opinion. And I feel that there's nothing wrong with people having different opinions. That's why we live in America. So if anybody has a different opinion of where you think Summer Wells is, if you think her parents are involved or they weren't involved, or if you think that, Brian, I don't know what you think about Brian. I have so many different theories on Brian. I mean, I've always had the same story, that they were arguing and fighting, and obviously they put hands on each other. I mean, that's quite apparent. Obviously he's a grown man. He shouldn't be putting his hands on a woman, period. She's like 100 pounds, like me, soaking wet. You know what I mean? But I get that they put their hands on each other. The relationship was toxic. And I think he went too far. I honestly believe he went too far and he killed her. And I mean, I don't know the extent of how far he went. That I do not know. But I believe that that's how it came to be. Something happened. She died. He ran home to mommy. Mommy and daddy hit him. Because, well, that's their son. I believe that's my theory. That's my opinion. In my opinion, as you're supposed to say on YouTube, because everybody is allowed their opinion. As well as things that I've heard and seen on YouTube, crime scene photos, about how the FBI took 22 pieces of evidence from the crime scene, and the crime scene was in two different areas. It was where her body was found, which was about 200 to 300 yards from where the van was sighted, from the YouTubers that caught it on their video. All the rocks were taken out of that quarry, little, whatever it was, a creek, little pond. They took the rocks out of there. The FBI did. That's why I'm thinking there was a lot of blood, or he hit her with a rock, or but there's a straight trail of evidence that leads from that rock quarry where they were, well, the dried out quarry where they were, all the way to where her body was found. It was a straight line, as if she had ran that way. Maybe they were fighting. He had hit her. She was bleeding, because they have a lot of blood tracing. Hello, LC Justice for Victims. How are you? I hope all is well. As we are discussing a little bit about the Gabby case at this moment, what I've heard, what I've seen, your thoughts and opinions are greatly needed. All opinions, except for victim shaming, of course. Try to keep it classy in the chat. But again, please speak your mind. Now, where was I? Oh, so there's a straight line. There was a lot of, I'm assuming, maybe blood evidence. Everything was marked with like an orange spray paint and different things, like trees on each side and broken down sticks and logs, and there's just, that's how I guess they mark their crime scene when they're outside. I mean, they are in a park. I do know where she was found is a heavy presence of bears. You're not supposed to camp there. I know that she was not buried. She was just left there. And that's why it makes me feel like he didn't mean to do it, but he meant to do it. Does that make sense? Like, they were fighting and it went too far, is what I think. In my opinion, just because of what I've seen on pictures and such, and how the evidence is straight from the quarry right to the spot that she was found. I do know, I watched her Memorial Sunday. That is on YouTube. I believe it is also on Facebook. I think I reposted it. It's also on Twitter. Today there was a press conference with Gabby's mom and dad and step parents. They all did get Let It Be tattoos and Believe tattoos, which were Gabby's tattoos that she had written herself. So they had copied them. All four of them got them. Wyoming has not released Gabby's body. The FBI still has it. For whatever reason, they feel that they need it. So she was not cremated, as most of us thought. Thank you for taking my mind off. Today was the second anniversary of my mother. I'm so sorry, Phoenix. I'm so sorry. I truly understand. I lost both my parents. I lost my father July 10th. I lost my mother March 12th, almost 6 years ago. I truly understand your pain, the hurt. God, do I understand. Thank you for supporting my channel. I so appreciate you being here. God bless you. God bless you, really. Hi, Seven. How are you? Welcome to my live. We're just hanging out, talking about Gabby and Summer and where the hell is Brian, and anybody have any opinions, any thoughts, anything of that nature, please feel free to put it in the chat. Your opinions are your opinions. Please, no victim shaming, though. Like, don't blame Summer that she's gone, and don't blame Gabby. But, everybody is allowed their opinions on anything else. I pretty much just want to hang out and chat and see what everybody's thinking and how everybody's doing today on this crazy Tuesday at 5:15 in the afternoon if you're in New York or Eastern. Does anybody else have an opinion on Summer, Gabby, or anything of that nature? I'll give everybody a couple minutes. I'm going to check up with just a couple things. See what's going on Twitter. There was a release from Brian Anton talking about campgrounds with Dog, the bounty hunter. Trying to find it real quick. See if I could play it for y'all. One second. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Yes, right here.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. So I'm just going to record this. So what did you guys discover? What's the deal with the campground?
This is Brian and Dog.
On the early September, the mother and father had registered to stay at a campground, and we got the name from the 1st to the 3rd. And they stayed in campground number 1. Then on the 6th through the 8th of September, they registered again to stay at the campground, and this time they stayed in space 15. When they came in, at least on the 6th, there were 3
Can y'all hear that?
In the vehicle, which was the truck, at the dad's house. And you have to fill out a piece of paper.
There you go.
Whoever filled it out said Brian, his mom, and his dad.
Hold on, right? I'm going to start it over.
1 second, Doc. Luis.
Sure.
Luis. Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
I think they know exactly what he did to Gabby. I find it quite crazy. I mean, I get that,
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, you can all hear me, huh?
Would help your children.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Let me get back on the Twitter. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry. I don't know what happened there, but I was listening to myself. That is not going to work. Okay. Okay.
Luis. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. So I'm just going to record this. So what did you guys discover? What's the deal with the campground?
So we discovered that on the early September, the mother and father had registered to stay at a campground, and we got the name from the 1st to the 3rd. And they stayed in campground number 1. Then on the 6th through the 8th of September, they registered again to stay at the campground, and this time they stayed in space 15. When they came in, at least on the 6th, there were three people in the vehicle, which was the truck, at the dad's house. And you have to fill out a piece of paper, and whoever filled it out said Brian, his mom, and his dad, right? So saw the truck leave on the 8th, there was only 2 people in it, not 3. This place is, how many acres, honey, is it? Hundreds of acre place that has got small islands all the way around it. So in a canoe or a, what's it called that he could have stolen?
Any kind of little boat.
What is it called? The little boat?
The canoe.
No, something else. This is for the ocean.
You think he could be out on one of those islands?
Yes.
And do you have surveillance video? Have you seen video of him going into the campground?
No, but I've got information that they got it. This is for sure. I wouldn't bust this list without it being for sure.
And did you tell the FBI?
Well, who do I call? They're
Call
off.
the authorities.
The FBI's off at 5. They don't work on weekends. Who do I call?
So you called the authorities, though. You called police.
Yes, I called some of my friends. Yeah, that we met by the dad. But yes, yeah, I mean, this is for sure good. Absolutely positive. You know, they checked in there. They left, and he didn't leave with them. There's a huge possibility that yes, he could be there. And there's also a possibility that he was there and left. But for one thing, for absolutely sure, he was there in September. For positive.
So there you have it. They claim that's where he is. And yes, Phoenix, I pray that she's alive too. It does seem like maybe she was kidnapped. It is possible she was kidnapped. There's different stories coming out. The one with the neighbor, the old neighbor that says that she heard a scream. It's very possible. It is very possible. She could be alive. Somebody could have taken her. What do you think? You think that's what it is also? Do you think that she's been kidnapped? Is my YouTube starting over? I got a message that says it's repeating itself. Is it repeating itself? Can anybody let me know if it's repeating itself? If there's anybody here. It says there is. Is my phone acting dumb? Am I not live properly? Not there? Okay, good. 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 All right. Well, as I was saying, I'm sorry. I got lost in the messages. As you hear, my phone keeps going off, telling me I was repeating myself. As I was saying, there is a new video out that the neighbor heard a scream, heard Summer scream. She claims that she could hear everything that went on in the Wells property, as well as the Wells Caribbean, her property. She says that she told the police or whatever, but apparently nobody listened to it or did anything about it. It makes me think that maybe she was kidnapped. I did hear that they could make it almost all the way up their driveway without even, you couldn't hear it from the Wells house. I mean, it is possible. There was a lot of tree crews there working to knock down the trees for the power lines. I mean, how do you know none of them were pedophiles or baby rapos or murderers or whatever? I mean, we don't know. Um, I don't think that the police handled it right when it first happened. I don't think that they not that they didn't handle it right because well they did send out the crews and all that, but I think maybe they should have listened more to what the neighbors were saying, um instead of just assuming she was a little girl that had wandered off. Do I believe that she could have wandered off? Parts, like maybe 10% of me believes that that is still possible, but if she had wandered off, they would have found her by now. If she was kidnapped, I mean, she could still be alive. You know what I mean? There was that mystery vehicle and a bunch of cars that were always there in and off that street, and parts of the land was for sale, but they didn't know it was for sale. And there was all sorts of strange characters around there, it seemed like. Um to me, an abduction is still possible. It is. But if an abduction was completely ruled out 3,000%, then her parents had something to do with this. Was Don really at work that day? I don't know. Still don't know. Did Candace really only take 2 minutes to fix her mom's knee brace? No, she took longer than that. I mean, I want you to think about it. She walked her from the trailer to the kitchen door and up the stairs. It was less than 500 feet away. No, she didn't. Summer was born on that property. They lived on that property for years. Since when do you tell your child when you're sitting in the backyard you're going to walk them to the door? You could see them walk to the door. I think they were just trying to make themselves look like better parents, honestly. But because of all that, I think it screwed up the investigation. Um, if Summer is alive and she was kidnapped, they're never gonna find her. She's gonna have to escape, like all the other girls did that were kidnapped for years and got away. And you know that doesn't happen often. Um, I do pray she's still here. I do. I pray she's still here. Um, I'm at a 50-50 shot there with that. Um, but if she is still here and she was kidnapped, I hope she's being taken care of. I hope somebody, is making sure she eats and she's taken care of. I mean, if you took her, I hope you took her for the right reasons. And if she's gone, I hope they get whoever did it. Really. I just feel that that case is a big clusterfuck. Excuse my language, but it is. And everybody's more worried about what Don Wells did or what Don Wells didn't do, or then where Summer is. And honestly, I could give a shit about Don Wells and Candace Wells and their made up stories and pranks, and I don't care. I want to know where Summer is. Same thing with the Gabby case. I really don't care about Brian. I could give two shits about him. But why am I so concerned where the hell he is? Because he needs to pay for what he did. You can't just be running around free. You just don't murder people and get to run around and be happy. That this is not how it works. And and he is a coward. He's a coward. He was a coward when he put his hands on her. He was a coward when he hurt her. And he was a coward when he killed her. And he's still a coward. And his parents, they're cowards too. Because they hide in their house and peek out their windows and act like they don't know anything, when in reality, they know everything. They know everything. And it's really shitty. And it really is. I get it on both levels. I mean, I have children, and I don't know if I would protect my child if my child had committed such a violent crime. I don't know, because I've never been put in that position. But from the outside looking in, they need to do the right thing. Honestly. This brings back memories of the Jessica Ridgway case of 2012. It happened close to where we lived. Yes. Yes. I vaguely heard about the Jessica Ridgway case. I'm not too I don't have too much knowledge on it, Phoenix. I will look it up though, because I'm always interested as was she ever found? Did they find her, or is she still an actively missing person? Because I'll definitely look it up. Me and Google, we're best friends. Google is like, I swear they know everything, and if they don't know, then it can't be right, right? Isn't that what we go with? Everybody uses the internet now. I'm just gonna press it in. Just real quick. 10-year-old girl that vanished on her way home in Minister, Colorado. An intensive evasive search consisting of over 500 volunteers. Days later, her backpack was found 6 miles away from her phone. Did they ever... She was suffocated. Yes. Yes, they did. The 17-year-old who killed her had her head. Oh. 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 I'm seeing this. The killer was Austin Sigg. Wow. Wow. What the... WTF is wrong with people? Holy crap. Wow. I didn't know it was a documentary on Netflix. A Monster in the Neighborhood. Oh, that's a YouTube. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix, for that. No, I didn't know that she was... Oh, goodness gracious. Wow. At least he was caught. I mean, that really matters, that he was caught. At least the family can have, some type of closure. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that that poor girl doesn't bring her back, but it does help, the family. That's insane. That is truly insane. Wow. There's just so much going on. There's another little boy that's missing right now as well. A recent little boy, he plays video games online, and it looks like he took his dog for a walk and went and met somebody that he had met offline, and it looks like they had taken him. His name is... What's his name? 1 second. His name is... Let me see. Just watched a video on him. Why can I not find it? Guess that's how it always goes, right? Anytime you're looking for something. Also, guys, if you happen to like my content, like my channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications so that you will get all my new videos, in which I did put a video out last night, just so you know. It was the second part of my haunted adventures on Saturday. For those who hasn't seen the video yet, unfortunately, something was sucking the life out of my batteries. I couldn't stay live. I did get 3 hours in of live. But I couldn't stay live, so I did the last hour of the video on my GoPro. And I posted that yesterday. So please go check it out. I appreciate all the support I get from all my viewers, all my Twitter fans, my Facebookers, my Instagram. I appreciate every one of you. I promise I couldn't keep doing this without people like you. Just so you know, you're all special, very, very special to me. I found the boy's name. His name is Jacob McCarty. And I believe he is missing from Ohio. As I said, he is a video game kid, mostly online, like all kids. And he had taken his dog for a walk, and he never came back. They've searched for him. They can't find him. And from the press conference, they believe that he had met somebody from online, from his games, and they have taken him. So if you're in Ohio or around the Ohio area, look up that case. His name is Jacob McCarthy. Yeah, McCarty. MC capital CARTY. He's only been missing a couple days. Just like the Gabby case, social media is very important to help find some of these missing people. I mean, we've proven over and over again that sometimes social media really can help. So if you have any information, or you were in that area where little Justin is missing from, check your videos. If you were on vacation, check and see if you captured anything. Look it up on YouTube. Check it out on YouTube, Google, and everybody try to do something positive. Help somebody out. It can't hurt. Hit that like button if you're enjoying my live feed as we talk about missing people and where the hell is Brian? Because where the hell is Brian? Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. I don't want to keep you too much longer. I understand time is precious. Shit, we ain't got much of it. I got some things I need to do. I do have some doubts for sale. If y'all are interested, please comment below. I'll get a hold of you the best way that we can. And I'll send you some pictures and descriptions and videos and da-da-da-da-da. And, I love all my spirits. Don't get it wrong, but sometimes they're ready to move on. And those that are ready to move on now, I'm moving them on. So if you're a Facebook fan, they're all on my Facebook wall. Instagram or Twitter, send me a message. YouTubers, just comment below. We'll figure out a platform that we can talk to each other on. So that you can also be a part of the spirit chasing plans. Any plans for Halloween? Not at this moment. There's some haunted adventures I really do want to do. But with COVID still roaming around New York as it is, it's hard to set up any kind of haunted adventures. I got really lucky this weekend with Palmyra. But I am looking for something that's affordable more in my local area due to Halloween, I believe, is during the week. Or is it a Sunday? Is it a Sunday this year? I think it's a Sunday. But yeah, I'm working on some Halloween plans. As y'all know, I don't have any little kids, so I won't be taking any children trick-or-treating. For 2 years in a row, I bought the candy and everything for the kids in the neighborhood, and nobody comes to my door. So I'm not buying candy this year. When I do find a place for Halloween, I definitely will let y'all know. If y'all have any ideas or hear anything that's going on in New York around Halloween time, let me know. I'll check into it, see if I can accomplish it. Prices are kind of high when it comes to ghost hunting. I try to do things that are free, but I'm willing to pay a little bit if it's worth it. You know what I mean? With that said, thank you all for joining me in my little babbling on about a bunch of stuff. I hope to see you all again. I want to do a couple more lives on different things. Later on, I am going to be attempting to pay more of my reborn. I always say I'm going to do it, and then when it comes down to it, I'm just, and I don't do it. But maybe while I'm painting my reborn, maybe I'll come on and we can just chat about nothing. Why not, right? Maybe there'll be some new updates on the Summer Wells case or where the hell is Brian case. But until then, guys, thank you all for coming. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and you stay safe as well, Phoenix, and stay healthy. Make sure you wear your mask. COVID's still real. With that, y'all keep chasing your spirits. I'm going to keep chasing my spirits, and hopefully we can meet again soon. Bye-bye, y'all.